Week 2 in the NFL gives us a very high-scoring, intriguing matchup in the AFC as the Chiefs travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. The Chiefs coming off a very impressive road win at the Chargers last week. The Steelers had that tie in the rainstorm in Cleveland, so very interesting to see how both teams react to facing each other this week in what should be a very high-scoring and entertaining game. Let's dive in and take a quick look from a fantasy perspective of what you could expect. First off, this is a fantasy bonanza. So when we talk picks, we're going to talk yearly, we're going to talk DFS. I think there's value across the board. You got to start everyone in this game. I mean, Big Ben, Mahomes, Juju, Antonio Brown, James Conner, Kareem Hunt, Kelsey, Watkins, Tyreek Hill. I mean, that guy went off last week. All these guys are great options. I think that for Pittsburgh, one guy you should look at is whoever gets that start at tight end. Remember, Vance McDonald's hurt. He's probably coming back. Jesse James had 60 yards last week. So if there's a clear-cut starter there, and I think McDonald's the better receiving option for Pittsburgh. If he gets to start, I think he's a very interesting streaming option. I don't think you could trust either in your yearly league right now. But what I would say is fantasy bonanza time. So even someone like Sammy Watkins, who might not be the best play right now, he's someone you may be able to get cheap. You know, the Steelers are going to key on Kelsey and Hunt and Hill. Let's see what Watkins can do. I also think for the Steelers, James Conner's an interesting piece. He dominated the Browns last week, found the end zone a few times. The more and more I see Conner play, the more and more I think Le'Veon Bell's played his last game in Pittsburgh. For a quick prediction here, I think the Chiefs and the Steelers have a shootout. I do think Pittsburgh wins this game. Give me them at home. I do think KC covers, though. The spread right now, as I have it, is 4.5 to 5. So I think that if we get a 34-30 Steelers win, we get the Kansas City cover. And more than even the pick itself of the actual game score, I think this game goes way over the over-under number right now at 53. As I said here, 64 points. I think if this is not a 30-30 somewhat game around there, then it'll be disappointing. Fantasy bonanza time in Pittsburgh. We'll see you Sunday morning, all out blitz, 11:45 to 1. Until then, any questions, hit me up on the fantasy forum. Happy to answer those for you. Take it easy.